perfect position for you as we open up practice. It's quite a cloudy day where I am, so I'm called to take a mudra called Rudra Mudra, which is great for lighting our inner fire, our inner light, to help balance with the sort of cloudy day. So what you're going to do is you're going to connect the tips of the ring and the middle finger to the thumb, and the middle finger and the pinky finger will extend long. Okay, so again, that's ring finger, index finger, and thumb connected together. And then you'll just rest the backs of the hands onto the thighs. And then lightly hugging the belly in toward the spine to help support the upper body. Slide the elbows alongside your body here to help open up the heart. And if it's comfortable for you, you can close your eyes or bring a soft gaze down toward the earth just to help you center for just a bit. So Rudra Mudra or activation mudra is great for supporting our inner vitality. It's energizing. And we'll call that in with some deep breaths. So as you're ready, inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhaling deep, feel your body fill up with fresh life force and letting it go. One more time, intentional breath. And releasing as you're ready. Every breath you take in is a chance to start again with fresh energy, a new perspective, and a positive outlook. We're going to be moving through the movements of the spine on different planes this afternoon. And getting good and equal balance of movement, stretch, and strengthening on all sides of the spine are crucial for us to maintain a strong yet flexible core, trunk, including front, back, side to side of our upper body. So as we continue to open up practice here together today, think about how you can invite in a little bit more vitality to your practice, while finding that balance of not pushing yourself too far over the edge, finding your healthy edge, as they say. Picking up the energy, lifting, revitalizing with this hand gesture. With the ring finger, index finger, and thumbs touching, we create a sacred fire, or even campfire, if you will. The ring finger is often associated with earth, so you can think of that as the wood element that comes from the earth for our fire. The index finger is associated with air. Fire needs air in order to thrive and to grow. Without oxygen, the fire is left out. And then the last ingredient is the thumb, which represents fire itself. So bringing that energy, that vitality to both the earth and the air to create our sacred fire. The little campfire flame that we hold within our hands. Taking a deep breath in to fan the flame. And exhale. Let's do that again. Deep breath in to find the energy. And exhale through the mouth and blow as if you are fanning the flames of your campfire. Let's try it one more time. Release your mudra, wiggle the fingers. Pick up the hands from the thighs and find some wrist rolls in both directions. All right. And then we'll shift back just enough to switch out the cross of our legs. Promoting a little bit more balance here in the legs. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in to lift the heart. Exhale to hug the belly in toward the spine, keeping the spine nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms out wide and high. Palms meet overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Some simple breath to movement, inhaling, reaching up, like you're bringing the energy upward toward the sky, sealing it into your heart center, maybe even down to your solar plexus located in the abdominal. Inhale, reach up. And as you inhale, imagine that you're tracing the outline of a giant flame. And exhale, sealing it into your core, to your center. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring in some change here for our movement, 6 movements of the spine. Breathe in to reach up. As you exhale, you're going to take a twist over to your right. You're going to land that left hand onto your right thigh. Other hand will come behind you. Press into your right fingertips to lift the heart, hug the belly in. Little lift of the chin to sit tall and proud. And then as you exhale, maybe the head moves to look past the shoulder, that right shoulder. So this is one of the 6 movements of the spine. Draw in one more round of breath here. Let it go. On the inhale, we'll come back through center. Reach your arms forward. Stretch the arms long and then upward, and then we'll take the twist to the left. Right hand onto the thigh. Left fingertips push into the earth behind you to help you sit tall, lifting the heart, hugging the belly in. And we start with the gaze in line with the heart space. And then if you want to start to twist the neck, which is part of the spine, the cervical spine, you can look past the left shoulder behind you and you mount. Remember to lift the chin just a little bit in space to help you sit a little bit taller, to lift and broaden the heart space. So this is the second of our 6 movements of the spine. One more round of mindful breath. And then we'll come through center, sweep the arms forward and up, look up. And as you exhale, you're going to tip over toward your right. So landing the right hand onto the earth beside you, press firmly into your palm to press down into your left hip. Reach up and over with your left arm. If your shoulder's feeling kind of cranky, you can bring the hand down onto the shoulder for a little bit of a break there in that area. But I'll invite you to breathe in through your left lung as best you can. Take a couple more breaths, and maybe you invite in a little bit of neck movement here. Try to roll that left shoulder up and back to rotate the heart toward the sky. On your inhale, press up through your right hand, reach up through both arms to get long, and then we tip over to the left. So pressing firmly into that left hand is going to help you ground down through both hips, especially the right one. That'll have a tendency to pop up. And then if you wanted to, just like the other side, you can bring your hand down onto your shoulder instead of reaching it up and over. But focus in on bringing spaciousness into the ribs on your right side body. So these tips side to side count as 3 and 4 of our movements of the spine. Find a little bit of neck movement here if you want to, or you can stay still. And then on your next breath in, reach up, both sets of fingertips come up. As you exhale, bend at the elbows, lift the heart, squeeze those shoulder blades together on the back. Spread the fingers really, really well. Try to press the elbows back in space, opening up through the shoulders and the pecs. So we're doing an arch of the spine here. So this counts as number 5 in our 6 movements. As you exhale, lower the arms down in front of the legs. You can use the legs as leverage here. Tuck the chin, round out the back of the heart. Shoulder blades separate, shoulders come forward. This is our 6th movement of the spine. Maybe gently rock your chin a little bit from side to side, like a pendulum. Good, and then on your next inhale, come up to a nice tall seat. So we're gonna put all 6 of those together, pairing breath with movement, okay? Now I'm gonna invite you to take the entire length of your breath to move in and out of these postures, okay? So it's gonna be nice and slow. Inhale, reach the arms out wide and high. Exhale, twist to your right. This is 1. Inhale to come back through center, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. This is 2. Inhale, reaching the arms up to gather length. Exhale, tip to your right. This is 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, tip to the left. This is 4. Inhale to reach. Exhale to cactus and arch your spine. Stick the tailbone out behind you. This is 5. Inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, hands come down onto the legs, round the spine. This is 6. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to sit tall, out wide and high. Exhale, twist to your right. The inhale brings you back through center. Take the full length of the breath. And exhale, full length of the exhale to move into your twist. Inhale brings you through center. Exhale, find your side bend. Inhale up. And exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift the heart. Inhale, reach. And exhale, round. Inhale to sit nice and tall, and then we'll meet in a tabletop pose to explore some other variations of the 6 movements of the spine from this plane. So if you have a blanket and you want to cushion the knees, you can take that. Okay, so meeting me in a tabletop position, spread your fingers well, shoulders are right over those wrists, and then look back at the legs. You want the knees right underneath the hips, okay? So nice, good, solid, balanced 4 legs of your tabletop. And the first 2 movements of our spine are going to be cat-cow. So as you inhale, take the full length of your breath to arch the spine, lift the tail and the crown. As you exhale, round, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhale to arch. Try to follow the pace of your breath to move through your cow and cat. Exhaling to round and doming out the back of the heart. One more time, inhale. And exhale. So this counts as movements 1 and 2 of the 6 movements of the spine. Coming back into a neutral spine, we'll twist. So on the inhale, reach the right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, lower the right shoulder down onto the ground. Side of the head onto the ground, prop up onto your left fingertips. Okay, so press into those left fingertips to rotate the heart up toward the sky. Option here to maybe lift the left hand, take a bind. Maybe just resting the hand on the low back or round into the right hip crease. That's an option only. You're welcome to keep the fingertips onto the earth. And it's great just to press into the fingertips to roll more onto the back side of the head to revolve the heart upward. Take one more mindful breath in and out. If you have the bind, plant the left hand down onto the ground. If your fingertips are tented, also plant that hand fully. Press into the left hand, unwind, reach up. This is our third movement of the 6 movements of the spine. Move through a cat-cow. Inhale. Movement 1. Exhale, cat. Movement 2. And then we'll move to the other side for the 4th movement of the spine. Inhale to lift the left fingertips high to the sky. See if you can stack the shoulders. Exhale, thread your needle. Side of the left head or left side of the head onto the earth. Option to prop up onto those right fingertips. Maybe you take that right hand and rest it lightly onto the low back, or you hook fingertips around into your hip crease. In any case, use the right fingertips or the back of the left hand to rotate more onto the back side of your head, lifting the heart a little bit more toward the sky. Good. Unwinding, if you have the bind, plant that hand down onto the ground. Everybody press into the right hand, slowly unwind, reach those left fingertips up for a little bit of a counter twist, and then exhale, lower that hand down. One cat-cow, please. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Bringing that into a little bit of a flow. Inhale, reach the right arm up. As you exhale, you're going to thread the needle, but just hover. Shoulder does not come down. And then inhale, come back on up. To lower the hand. Inhale for a cow. And exhale for a cat. On your next inhale, sweep the left arm up, twist. Exhale, thread the needle and just hover that arm, pressing down toward the earth. Inhale to come back on up. Exhale to plant that hand. And one cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale. Come into a child's pose. Spread the knees wide. Bring the big toes together to touch. Reach the arms out in front of you and plant the third eye onto your mat. All right. We're going to find our 5th and 6th movement of the spine in this plane with the heart facing downward. On your next inhale, gently lift the third eye from the earth. Walk both of your hands over to the right side of your mat. Option to pick up the left hand and maybe stack it over the right. You could even interlace fingers. And then once you have that, press back through the left hip and see if you can plant your third eye back down onto the ground. And we're going to take about big intentional breaths, breathing in through the left side body. On your next inhale, gently lift the head, walk the hands all the way over to the left. And we're going to be doing the same thing. So if you want to stack hands, you can. And then as you're ready, press intentionally back through your right hip to find more of a lengthening and stretch on that right side. And then plant the third eye. We'll be here for about 3 breaths. On your next inhale, coming back through center, walk the hands in toward the body, gather up the knees, and we're going to meet in a kneeling position. Okay. So stretch your right leg out to the side. That foot is fully planted onto the ground. Hands on the hips here to start. And we'll find our 6 movements of the spine in a kneeling position. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. As you exhale, tip over towards your extended leg. This left arm, the arm lifted into the sky, can stay there. Or maybe you bring the hand behind the head, or maybe you bring the hand onto the shoulder. Whatever variation, think about opening up through your left side body and breathing intentionally into that lung. Maybe you find a little bit of freedom of movement in the neck as we hold our gate pose, G-A-T-E. So you might recall that our side bends count as 2 movements of the spine. Left and right. All right. On the inhale, come back on up, hands on hips. On your next inhale, reach the arms up toward the sky. And as you exhale, sweep your left arm down and around to open up to a twist facing away from your extended leg. So here I'm going to invite you to press that left hip forward. So the hip on the bent knee. Try to press that forward as best you can as you reach back through those back fingertips, almost like someone is gently tugging you back in space to open up that shoulder. And if it feels okay on the neck, you can start to rotate the head to maybe look past the thumb behind you. So this twist counts as a movement of the spine. The left and right also count as 2. And then on the inhale, reach up toward the sky, and we'll take this into a bit of a flow. As you exhale, tip over your extended leg. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to twist over toward the open side. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, tip over toward your leg. Inhale up. And exhale, twist open out to the side. One more time. Inhaling helps us to extend that spine. Exhale, tip over. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, twist to the other side. Good. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, hands come down onto the hips. So we're going to heel toe that extended foot in, and we're going to scooch it all the way to come in front of us for a low. So wiggle those toes well ahead of your knee, okay? And then lightly with your hands, use your right hand to encourage that right hip back and lightly press the left hip forward. Hopefully you could see that little shift in my body if you're looking up at the screen. Okay. And then on the inhale, we're going to squeeze the elbows together and lift the heart. Good. So we're going to move through an arch and a round, which equal 2 movements of the spine. So far in this plane, this kneeling plane, we've explored 2. Now we're moving through 3 and 4. On the inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, take a bind around behind you. So you can bend at the elbows and take forearms, or maybe you can interlace the fingers behind the low back. You can keep the elbows bent here. Or if you have the space, you can extend the arms, the knuckles down toward the earth. Inhale to lift the heart. This is our arch of our spine. And then exhale, start to fold forward here toward the thigh. Good. Just opening up the heart here. Inhale and exhale. On your inhale, press firmly through your right foot to come on up. And exhale to shake it out and let it go. On your next inhale, reach the arms out to the sides. As you exhale, left arm over right, give yourself a hug. Tuck the chin and scoop the tailbone forward, coming into a rounding of the spine. Take a big breath in, breathing into the backside of your heart. In between the shoulder blades, and as you exhale, fold forward and round. So this is our fourth movement of the spine on this plane. Inhale to come on up, reach the arms out to the sides. Exhale, hands come down. So let's explore all that together with breath. Inhale, nice and slow, reach the arms up. Exhale, take a bind, forearms, hands, arms either bent or straight, and then exhale, fold. Inhale to press up, using that right foot. Good, exhale to release. Inhale to reach open. Exhale, left arm over right, give yourself that hug. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to tuck the chin and round, fold forward. Good. Inhale to come back on up. And exhale, hands onto the hips. Heel toe that foot forward, back in line with the left. And then we'll explore the left side. So left foot comes out to the side. Foot is fully planted onto the ground. On your inhale, sweep the arms out wide and high. As you exhale, slowly and gently tip over toward that extended leg. So we're not just bearing all our weight into that leg, we're just lightly resting the fingertips there. And then this lifted arm, just like the other side, if you wanted to bring a hand to the back of the head, you can do that, or maybe a hand onto the shoulder instead. Just work on moving that right shoulder back in space to lift the heart up and over. One more big breath. Breathe into your right side body. Good. Inhale to come on up. Reach the arms up. As you exhale, twist open out to your right. So we're swinging that right arm down and back to open up as best you can. Become aware of your right hip and see if you can start to press it forward in space to square off the hips. And then pretend someone is lightly tugging on those fingertips behind you to open up that right shoulder and chest. If it's all right on the neck, you can start to turn the head. Maybe you look past that right thumb or at that right thumb. Good. One more big breath in. And then we'll inhale both arms forward and up. Taking that into a little flow a few times. Exhale, tip over towards your left, your extended leg. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to twist to your right, away from your extended leg. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to tip over. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to open. One more time, inhale. And exhale, tip over. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands come down to heart center, hands on hips. Heel toe that left foot all the way around in front of you to set up for a low lunge. And make sure that that right ankle, or that left ankle rather, is well ahead of your knee so that you have space to fold forward without the knee traveling past the ankle. Okay, so encourage that left hip back, right hip square off the hips, helps to stabilize before we move. Okay. And then on the inhale, reach the arms up to gather up, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, circle the arms down and around behind you. Take one of those bind options, taking hold of wrists, forearms, opposite elbows. Maybe you interlace the fingers. If you interlace the fingers on this side, I'll invite you to take the way that feels funny, the opposite thumb on top, okay? Promoting a little bit of balance. And if space, you might straighten the arms, hug the belly in so as to not overextend in the lumbar spine, the low spine. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward any amount, okay? It might be a small amount, might be a larger amount, coming down toward that left knee. Take one more full round of breath. And as you inhale, press firmly into the left foot to come up and out. Release the bind, maybe shake out the hands a little bit, get the blood going. Inhale, reach the arms out to the sides, get big and expansive. Right arm over left, give yourself a big hug. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, tuck the tailbone forward, opening up the back of the heart. And then as you're ready, lunge forward to find that rounding, the separation between the shoulder blades. So just to review, our 6 movements of the spine are twist right, that's 1, twist left, that's 2, side bend right is 3, side bend is 4, an arch is 5, and a round is 6. 6 movements of the spine. On your next inhale, press firmly through the left foot to come on up. Reach the arms out to the sides. And we'll try that once through a little flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, find a bind. Inhale to lift the heart arch. Exhale, round, or I'm sorry, fold forward. Inhale to come on up. Exhale to release the arms. Inhale to get large and wide. Exhale, right arm over left. Give yourself that hug. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale to round forward. Full round of breath here. And then press firmly through that left foot. Come on up. Unravel the arms down by the sides and start to walk that left foot in. We'll come into a child's pose for a little bit of a reset. Bringing the knees wide, big toes together to touch, reach the arms out in front of you, palms face down, and then plant the third eye onto the earth. Option to gently rock your third eye from side to side. On your next inhale, slide the hands underneath the shoulders, slowly press yourself on up. Walk the knees together, tuck the toes, come onto the balls of the feet. Continue to walk the hands back until you come onto your feet. Okay, let your upper body just fold over the legs for now. You can heel toe the feet a little bit wider than hip width distant, and just shake out the head. Maybe sway a little bit from side to side. And then we're going to take 3 rounds of breath to come up to standing. Okay, so nice and slow. Take an inhale and slowly start to come up. Maybe the head comes up to about the height of your hips, and then stay there and exhale. As you inhale, come on up a little bit more. Head stays heavy, about level with the shoulders. Stay there and exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, shrug the shoulders up toward the ears at the last bit of that inhale. And then exhale, roll the shoulders down and back, fully standing. You can keep the feet a little bit wider than the hips if that feels supportive for your low back, or they can be about hip width distant. Palms are face forward. Mountain pose, Tadasana. So here the spine is in a neutral state, relatively speaking. And we'll find our 6 movements of the spine from a standing position. On your inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. Take hold of your left wrist. Gently lengthen through the side body and then tip over. On your inhale, stay here, but lift the gaze, the head up toward the sky. As you exhale, shift the nose down toward the earth. Inhale to look up. And exhale to look down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower back down. Inhale to come up through center, reach through both sets of fingertips. Take hold of the right wrist, gently lengthen to find space on the right side, over to your left. Finding that little bit of neck movement as you inhale, shift the nose up toward the sky. Try to move that upper arm back in space, and exhale, nose points downward. A couple more times, follow your breath. Inhale, come all the way back to center, reach up. Exhale, practice the arms, lift the heart up toward the sky, palms face forward and up simultaneously. As you round the spine, fold forward over legs. Inhale to rise, reach all the way on up. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. So everybody, please walk toward the top side of your mat if you're not already there. And we'll bring in all 6 movements of the spine, including a twist here in just a second. So you're going to take your right foot and you're going to step it back in space. We're going to set up for warrior 1. And your toes are going to come off at about a 45-degree angle. Ideally, in a perfect world, the toes, the big toe is kind of like pointing right up toward the right corner at the top edge of the mat. Hands can be on the hips here to start. And then find a little bend in that left leg. Make sure that the knee doesn't travel over the ankle. If so, wiggle the toes forward. And then just like our low lunge, encourage the left hip back and the right hip forward. Okay. And then from here, reach the arms out to the sides. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, find a twist over towards your right. You can stay here or tick-tock the arms like 12 and 6 on a clock. Right arm comes to touch maybe somewhere on the back thigh, maybe even the back hip or glute, and reaching the left arm up toward the sky. This counts as our twist, or one of those 6 movements of the spine. Big breath in here. As you exhale, cartwheel the arms down toward the ground, walk your right foot forward, and hang. Inhale to reach up. Gather the palms. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. This time we'll step our left foot back. So 45-degree angle on those left toes, facing up toward that left corner of the mat. Encourage the left hip forward, right hip back to square off the hips. Little bend in that front leg. All right. From here, inhale, reach the arms out to the sides. As you exhale, open up out to the left. You can stay here or tick-tock the arms. Left hand comes somewhere on the back of that left limb. Right fingertips reach up. And then if you have the space, maybe you bend a little bit deeper into that right leg. This is a variation of exalted warrior. Take a big breath in. And exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Walk that left foot forward and hang. Inhale, press through both feet. Come all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands come down. So we're going to put all of that together in a little fluid movement. Inhale, reach up. Take hold of the left wrist. Exhale, tip to the side. This is one movement of the spine. As you reach up, lift through the fingertips. Exhale, arch the spine, lift the heart. This is 2 of 6 movements of the spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower the hands down onto the hips. Step the right foot back. Sit up for your warrior 1. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, twist open to the right, either arms out to the sides or like 12 and 6 on a clock. This is 3 of our 6 movements of the spine. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, step the right foot forward and hang. This is a variation of our rounding, 4 movements of the spine. Inhale to come up to do the other side. Take hold of your right wrist, lengthen, exhale, tip. So this is our 5th. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Cactus the arms, lift the heart. We've been here already, so we're not going to count this one. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down onto the hips. Step that left foot back for your warrior 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. This is our 6th movement of the spine. And tip it back if you want to, or stay right where you are. And then cartwheel the arms down for our rounding once again. 6 movements of the spine. Sway a little bit from side to side if you want to. Stay still, bend the knees generously, let the thighs support the upper body. And then very slowly start to come down onto your seat. And we're going to come around onto our backs to finish up. From our final plane, reclined, facing upward for our 6 movements of the spine. All right, so bend the knees, soles of the feet onto the ground, and scoot your heels in towards your seat as best you can. Okay, and then arms down by the sides here to start. Let's just take a couple breaths. All right, exploring the 6 movements of the spine here. On your inhale, you're going to press through the feet, squeeze the thighs together, arms reach overhead. This acts as our arch. So this is 1. As you exhale, lower the spine back down onto and bring the knees in toward the chest. This is our rounding. This counts as 2. Good. So we're going to do that a few times. Inhale to come up to bridge pose, lift the arms up and overhead. Maybe the backs of the hands touch the ground behind you. Exhale, lower the hips and bring the knees in. Press all the air out of the belly to bring the knees close into the heart. Inhale back into your bridge, lifting the hips, lifting the arms. And exhale, round. Stay right here with your hands onto your kneecaps and draw some circles in one direction. Pause with the knees in toward the heart and then go the direction. Okay. Bring the knees in toward the heart space. Give yourself a great loving squeeze. As you exhale, arms out to the sides, palms face up. Lower the knees over to the left as your gaze moves over to the right. Twisting on the left side here counts as our 3rd movement of the spine. On the inhale, bring the knees back into the heart. As you exhale, squeeze those knees in close to the chest. Inhale, arms out to the sides, palms face up. As you exhale, both knees move over to the right as your head turns toward the left. Okay, so we're going to take those 4 movements of the spine into a little flow, and then we'll explore the last 5 and 6 in a different posture. Inhale to bring the knees back through center. As you exhale, bring the knees, the hands onto the knees, squeeze in nice and tight. Good. Exhale to lower the feet down. Inhale to lift the hips high. Exhale to lower and bring the knees in. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, bring the knees back in. Exhale, knees to the right. We also get a little abdominal work here in this little flow. Inhale to bring the knees in. Exhale to hug tight. Inhale to release, feet on the floor. Exhale here. Inhale to lift the hips. Exhale to bring the knees back in. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees in toward the chest. And exhale to hug yourself tight. Good. Lower the feet on down. Heel toe the feet apart. Let the knees knock together. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And just take a few breaths here to be the observer of your body, your mental state, your emotional state. All right. From here, extend the legs long onto the mat. And we're going to walk both of our feet over to the right side. Okay. You can stay here or pick up the left leg and cross it over the right ankle. I like to flex through my right foot to help keep that little hook of the left foot in. And then reach the arms overhead. Scoot your upper body over to the right and take hold of your left wrist. So we're creating this C shape or crescent shape with our body, opening up through the left side. So we're just going to take a few breaths here, opening up through this movement of the spine. One more big solid breath into the left side lung. And release, scooching your body back through center. And then we'll move to the left, walking the heels over, option pick up right foot, cross it over. And then scooch the upper body to the left, taking hold of the right wrist this time. Gently lengthen to find that stretch in between each rib, expanding every breath here on the right side. One more intentional breath into your right side lung. And then release, come back through center. If there's any other posture that you would like to explore before heading into Shavasana, you can take that. Maybe a happy baby would feel good. Or Apanasana with the knees back into the chest, maybe drawing some circles. Or maybe you want a headstand, a shoulder stand, or a headstand if that's in your practice. And then when you're ready for Shavasana, let all of your limbs extend out to the sides, taking up space, palms face up. Push into the backs of the hands and the arms to scooch those shoulder blades beneath you and down and away from the ears. If it's comfortable for you, close the eyes, unhinge the jaw, and take these moments of well-deserved divine rest. Please invite in a deeper breath. And let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Point and flex the feet. Pick up the hands, roll out the wrists. One at a time, bend your knees. And roll over onto one side, using your bottom arm as a pillow for your head. As you draw in your next breath, press into your top hand. Come on up into a seat. Soft gaze or eyes closed. We'll gather our hands together at heart center. To reflect on our journey here today through the 6 movements of the spine. Twisting left and right, count as 1 and 2. Side bending left and right, count as 3 and 4. And arching your spine and rounding your spine, count as 5 and 6. Exploring that from a seated position, a kneeling position, a standing position, hands and knees position, as well as a reclined position. Many different planes of movement or perspective, but 6 is fine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it all go. A little bow forward to show gratitude for this ancient practice. Namaste.